Taylor Swift's favorite red lipstick still sells out every holiday season. Here's how it looks on 6 different undertones. Turns out a classic red lipstick is still an instant confidence boost, and this is the most famous one. For a long time now, one thing has been at the center of Taylor Swift's most recognizable beauty look. Love it or hate it, her signature red lip. And specifically, that red lip is Pat McGrath Labs' Leaky Lust Matte Lipstick in Elson 4. It shined all through the Eras tour, and when fans first learned the exact shade back in 2023, it sold out for a full year. And it still sells out today, especially during the holiday season. It's currently out of stock at Ulta and Amazon, but available at Sephora or Pat McGrath Beauty, both for $34. Even now, in a 2025 that's largely moved away from the bold red lip and toward an overall less is more look, Pat McGrath still sells a set, literally dubbed the tailor-made lip kit, featuring Elson 4, plus the matching liner.so, just in time for the holidays, aka red lip season, if there ever was one. We decided it was finally time to try it for ourselves and put it to the test in the BuzzFeed offices in Los Angeles. Here's our collective review. First, here's us pre-red lip high. Waving hand right off the bat on test day. Everyone agreed. Elson 4 is extremely pigmented. A little truly goes a long way. For most of us, just one dip delivered full color. Enough for a complete application, with product still left on the wand. For the sake of the test, we opted not to use the matching liner, since we wanted to focus purely on the lipstick itself. Skipping the liner led to mixed feelings about application, though. Some found the formula surprisingly forgiving because it doesn't dry down immediately, giving you time to clean up edges. Others felt there was more room for error, especially without liner support. When it came to color, though, everyone agreed. True to its claim and Era's fame, Elson 4 was a bright, bold, true blue base red. Sienna and Melissa, both with neutral undertones, said they rarely reach for bold reds, but they really liked this one and wouldn't mind breaking it out for the holiday season. Sienna, I basically never go for a red lip, so I was apprehensive, but I thought this looked pretty good on. It's definitely a punchy color, but it leans toward cool tones, which I think made it pleasantly softer than something more candy apple red would look on me. I could see myself pulling out every once in a while, especially around the holidays. Melissa, remember when Max Ruby was everywhere a decade ago? This reminded me of that, but I'm happy to report this one was much easier to apply, though you'll want a liner for precision in the corners, and a lot less drying. I loved a red lip back in the day, and when they inevitably cycle back in favor again, I'd happily reach for this. Shelby also liked it, and felt the blue base played well with her cool undertones, though she usually prefers deeper, burgundy-type reds. This one still felt flattering and classic. Shelby, overall, I liked the lipstick. This really had a wow, this is red factor when I put on, but I thought it was fun. When I applied it, the formula was very pigmented and felt rich, almost like paint. While wearing it around the office, it felt nice and didn't immediately dry out my lips like other matte products I've tried. So I like that. Megan, who normally sticks to neutral lip balms, found the lipstick surprisingly fun and easy to wear. She wasn't sold on a high price tag, but appreciated the instant confidence boost a bold red lip can provide. Megan, I wouldn't pay $34 for it, but I don't know if I would buy red lipstick regardless of price. I will say, though, a single tube feels like it would last forever, so that's a plus. The little extra lip pop made me feel a little fancier while working too. Who doesn't like a little confidence boost when leading a meeting? Smiling face. Alana and Bella both felt the shade wasn't quite right for them personally, but each still liked the formula itself. Bella, I'm pale with dark features, so I tend to go for a lot of darker colors. I personally don't think this shade complemented me very well, but the product itself was pretty comfortable to wear and significantly more comfortable on the lips than other liquid lips I've tried. Alana, I lean neutral with pinkish/warm undertones, and I found this red super bright compared to a red lipstick I normally gravitate towards. But I like the formula and would consider trying out a different color. Though thoughts on color varied, nearly every reviewer agreed. This lip isn't transfer proof, and it's not going to fulfill its 12-hour promise without some help. Again, For the sake of the test, we wore it on its own and watched as it inevitably transferred onto seltzer cans and lunch napkins over the course of the day. Grinning face with sweat that said, the lipstick could absolutely gain extra mileage if used with its matching liner and set properly with a setting spray, tailor's trick of powder setting it through a tissue, or both. And despite some fading throughout the day, several of us were surprised by how much non-patchy, still wearable. Color remained when it was time to remove it that night. Last but not least, was it drying over time? A little, but less than other liquid mattes we'd tried, and definitely less dry than the texture you might remember from years ago. Bella, Shelby, and Sienna all noted some dryness after about hour 2 or 3, but also mentioned you could counteract this by layering a hydrating balm or gloss over it. Lipstick TLDR. Pat McGrath's Elson 4 is a high-impact, classic red that lives up to years-long hype and is surprisingly wearable for a liquid matte. At $34, it's not cheap, but a little truly goes a long way. Plus, the tube will likely last you through the next red lip cycle decade anyway. You'll need to set it properly if you want precise long wear, but it's perfect for holiday parties, a quick confidence boost, or a nostalgic throwback. Because as it turns out, one thing is still true in 2025. A great red lip can still make you feel instantly put together.